That screen didn't even come up. Hey, Groupon, if you're still here. I'm actually hoping, yep, my mic is working. All right. If you notice anything like weird with the stream, just let me know, because I've never streamed with shaders on in Minecraft, and I feel like my computer can't quite handle it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I feel like it might actually be helpful to have this slightly adjusted. Hey. How you doing? feel like that looks really pretty. This is the first time I'm using this texture pack, so it's like I'm still playing around with the shaders to get it to look just right, but that looks nice. Oh, did I do that wrong? I just realized the ones that are like 4. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a little off at first. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. So I feel like that looks a little bit better. There we go. some daylight. Something weird about that. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way that I shaped it. Like this one is like significantly smaller or something like that. I don't know. Ooh, no, this works. I can do... There we go. Unless that makes it look really weird on this side, but I don't think it will. Close enough. I almost feel like I actually don't need that. For now, we'll leave it. Yeah, it's good enough. I can fix that later. Actually, you know what? I'll fix it now. Just get rid of these. Make it all uniform. And then from the back, it should actually look the same. Or it has that extra bump on the side. Alright. I don't actually like the glass in here. Thank you, Dust. Ow, my whole desk just shook. Alright, now I need to do, I think the floor. I've already done the interior, with the beams and stuff in here. I don't like the windows in this texture pack actually, which is a big problem because they're like, everything is like really medieval looking, but then the glass is like clear, which some people like, especially when they're using shaders, but like, I don't really like that. I'm gonna use maybe iron bars. I haven't seen how those look in this pack, but that might actually look fine. Actually, you know what? I like that. That's good. And this little back thing is like the stairwell, which I actually kind of just started and didn't finish. I didn't delete that from the first time I made the windows. Okay, let's make sure I've got everything. Okay. just realized I didn't keep these consistent. There we go. The doors in here are also really cool. And I'm wondering if I should keep with the same theme and try to use one of the iron doors. Except it looks like, right, because it's an iron door, it's not going to actually open unless I have a pressure plate. So let's try a dark oak door. And I still have to do the floor, so I'm going to have to actually get rid of this. That could be kind of cool. I might need to try out a few because I'm not super happy with how that looks. Like, I like how dark it is, but I don't like the fact that it's kind of boring on the front. That's probably a little bit better. Am I really quiet? Is this better? Hey, Viper. How does my mic sound now? I don't want to, like, eat my mic, but I do sound quiet. All right, let me take a quick look at... It looks like I have my volume all the way up, and maybe I just need to talk louder. Can you not hear me at all, or can you hear me just a little bit? Oh, you know what? That might actually be... All right, so let me... It's a little better, but let me lower the desktop volume. And let me try to... Let me make sure this is... Actually, I wonder if it defaulted to the wrong mic. Okay, how's this? Still quiet. That's really bizarre. I have my mic up as high as it can go. I can't scream. I'm just thinking maybe I'm talking really, really quiet, but here, let's try something else actually. Okay. I'm gonna switch to my fancy schmancy mic. Let's see. Okay, how does it sound? Can you hear me? Nope, it's still set on the default. See, I keep trying to change it and it's changing what... Okay, how about this? Is there... I sound like a robot. That's not good. Is this a little bit better? All right, how about this? Way better. Okay, I should be using this mic anyway. I just haven't actually played around with it to set it up. Well, thank you guys for helping me out. Awesome. I've never actually, like, I've been sitting around with this just like off to the side, not using it because like I haven't played with it. So what was I doing? I was working on doors and windows here. Is it still robotish? It looks like it's actually... What about now?
I feel like it's like the old Verizon commercials. Can you hear me now? But like it's with robot voice. It was perfect for a few seconds. Okay, I'm going to lower the setting. Well, I just have to play around with it a little bit, but if it's okay mostly, I'll just stick with it for now and then I'll play around with it afterward. And just try to pay attention to it. Well, at least you can hear me, so that's good. Okay, so I actually need flooring for my house here. And I think I'm gonna stick with gravel because like this is kind of like, I guess, a... Oh, you know what? I shouldn't do the floor first though. Otherwise I'm never gonna remember. Actually, hold on. I'll wait 30 seconds before I change anything. How about now? Is this a little bit different? Okay, I'm just gonna stick with what I have for now. All right. I need to build this like back stairwell thing. And I feel like I need a couple variations of cobblestone. So like what I'm actually trying to do is start like just casually start building like a town, because I found this like, I generated this world and I found this really pretty like kind of plains plateau area near these mountains, which I feel like looks really cool. And then I can make like a water wheel mill type thing down here. I just need to work on the stairwell and then I can do the inside and play around with the outside a little bit too. And I'm probably going to have to actually get rid of these to make this look kind of reasonably... Well, so it's a bit of both. So what I have right now is I'm using a resource pack called... Actually, I couldn't tell you what it's called because I feel like it has two names, like they changed the name of it. So this resource pack is called... Oh, no, this one is called Epic Adventures. It's not actually... I think that it's made for an older version, but it works on the most recent version of Minecraft. Not the snapshot, but the most recent version. But on top of that, I'm also using Optifine and a shader pack that I really like that is called Astralex. And it just works really well. Like, I haven't had issues with crashing, but like, this is also part of the shaders as well. The shader pack is the sky, which is really pretty. The water is, I think the water is part of the shaders that really makes it look cool, but it looks kind of weird reflecting the sky. But it's obviously I'm in creative mode right now, but the shadows and stuff I have on the lowest setting though, so like it really looks a lot better, but I just was worried about Streamlabs and it running at the same time. But the only thing I want to be able to change, and I haven't played around with it enough, is the light like rays. They get a little intense and kind of blur everything, so I don't really like that. And that happens more so in daytime, but it looks really cool at night with fog and stuff, like looking over the like the forest and everything like that. So, but I am going to actually set this to daytime. I really like using this one, but the only thing that sucks is I normally would use, I would play with replay mod so I can actually record and re-show builds from, like, you know, the, like, however, whatever angle I want when I actually, like, build them. But Optifine and replay mod do not work together because they do not use the same, like, Optifine uses, oh, I don't like how that looks. When you put two together, it turns into, like, these weird bricks. There's some just incompatibility with some of the mod packs that I like to use, so. Alright, I feel like this can be... do that a little different. Oh, now I'm just destroying everything here. Let's make that go like that. But normally I'd also like to work with World Edit, which I also have installed with Replay Mod, so it looks a little bit, it's a little bit easier to build like larger structures. Like if I do a castle, I'm gonna switch to that installation of Minecraft. Yes, I fixed my mic. I'm using actually like my Blue Yeti mic now instead of my headset, but so what's really bothering me is the slab cobblestone, and this looks so different, so I'm gonna have to change it anyway. But a cool thing with World Edit, if you haven't used it, is like you can do, say you're generating like a huge castle wall and you have the outline and you just need to essentially extend all of the blocks to make that wall. You can set it so that a few of the like the blocks you want to use, you can put all of them into basically like a string, so it will randomly place them and give you really awesome texture, which in this I'm gonna have to do like individually. And like I'm gonna go through, I don't know, this texture pack is cool, but like there are some issues with it that like I don't like the weird inconsistencies between like the different like forms of each. Welcome back, Groupon. But I used to be a builder for Westeros Craft, which is still a project in the works, like redoing Westeros in Minecraft from Game of Thrones. But I ended up stopped doing it. I want to kind of get back to it, but the process for getting to be a builder is so intense that I actually learned how to do most of my building from there, but I've lost a lot of it. And I probably wouldn't, I'd have to like reapply when I went back. Now I'm curious how that, haha, this looks, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to use more of that. That's actually the other thing about this pack that's cool. So, okay, like I have cobblestone over there. This is actually a cobblestone block, but because grass is attached to it, it actually bleeds into the cobblestone block, which is cool. I'm actually going to leave that like that, so it's like a little... here's what it's going to look like. That looks really unstable. That wouldn't actually work. I want to actually put music on. I like the Minecraft music. I just didn't actually set up a playlist. feel like that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do, see if I do the corner, it's not going to actually look that great. Oh, you know what? If I do a few of those too, that might be cool. Just gives it more texture. See, the way that I did this normally on the corners, I like to do the little, like, broken thing. I'm going to just replace that with that. Now I'm curious, actually, if the way that happens when I do that. See, okay, that does look different from the regular moss, though. So, like, those are two totally different things, even though this... So they must have just... They have a lot of variation in this texture pack that creates totally different blocks every time you... use a different form and stuff like that. Alright, so my stairwell is mostly done. I'll fidget with it later because I feel like it could be a little bit better. But I already did the beams and everything in here. I messed up these. These are a little too close together. But I just do the stair slabs and stuff for the rooms with beams. And so now I need to do... And I feel like actually now that I blocked that off, I don't need the daub looking walls here. And I think I can actually probably just, I can just make that a, there we go. I just like the mossy cobble so much better. How are you doing, Dust? I'm not actually putting a door here, so that's fine. This just looks really weird. See, what you're all just going to see is how picky I am when I build, because I take forever on, like, just a small area. Alright, so my favorite thing to do with stairs for a 3x3, do stripped. I think I'm going to do the dark oak log, because that looks cool. Put this just in case. I might add some windows actually in here too, but I really don't like doing that because with the stairs you can never tell where they're going to be, where they're going to end up. Alright, I can either start it here or not really sure. That's good. Now that I've gotten my audio fixed, I'm glad you all can hear me because I wouldn't have known. The last time I streamed, actually, that just reminds me, what about the video quality? What's the max quality showing on YouTube? Yeah, what Dust said, smash that like. And you can subscribe. I have like 14 of you or something like that. Okay, I just need to make sure I can... See, I wouldn't like walking downstairs if it was that close to my head, so I'm just gonna actually end this right here. And that can be like a little closet space or something like that. I don't know. I would like that to look a little different, but it's fine. All right. And obviously I have to add lighting and stuff like that. Ooh, that's all caps. I'm also just learning, so like at one point I started learning how to really do a lot of good terraforming with World Edit, which I want to try to stream more of that, but they've changed some things to the World Edit mod, so it's a little bit trickier. Alright, so let me just take a look at the outside and see if the whole structure is done, because I'm not going to do the inside until it looks good. I think I'm going to add a fireplace like right over on this side. Either on that side, see that? Yeah, I like how the back looks. On that side, or maybe right over here. I was thinking over here to have like a little like wood pile, woodshed sort of a thing. Oh, I have 16 subscribers. Well, that's awesome. Thank you guys, for those of you who subscribed like in the last half hour or something like that. I still have to do some kind of embellishments on the front to make it look a little cooler, but now I can work on, I guess, the floor and the inside. And I'm still exploring this particular mod pack, or the resource pack, so I don't know how all this is going to look. And this is going to change as I add more gravel. I used to, well, that's the thing, so like the Minecraft server we have is our IP address that we have set up for like us to run servers on has our last name. So for privacy reasons, we don't usually share that. But I would like to have a Minecraft server again at some point. But it's like, it depends on like what you want to play too, because there's so much you could do with a Minecraft server. Like I used to have a Feed the Beast server, which like Feed the Beast has so many different mod packs. Like the one that I used to use had like industrial craft, where you had like oil and like all these other things, resources that were really, really cool. But if you just want like vanilla Minecraft, like that's always really fun. But there's some like basic mod packs like too that I would use to try to like protect from griefing and stuff. But I miss having a server, because it's fun to have a bunch of people to play on. Okay, so gravel, and oh, I love that how like the gravel and the grass blend, so that looks kind of, I think I kind of want to make this oh no, maybe I'll leave this grass, because otherwise it's gonna, I feel like that's even loud for me. Okay, that's kind of cool. Have like the gravel right there. No, not okay. I don't want to play on people. People to play on the server. Grandma. See, I love resource packs that do stuff like this, like where you just, it just makes it look so much better. All right. Do gravel. The only thing is the Westeros Craft resource pack, which actually you can use Westeros Craft's resource pack and play your own single player world. They have their own launcher, but like if you like doing like medieval Minecraft builds, see, this is a problem. The arm for my mic is right where my mouse is, and I always hit it. If you want you know, that sort of medieval look, and the Westeros Craft resource pack is like, they've created that, so there's all these extra blocks and stuff for things like walls, like where the inside of a house, you don't want them to be these huge thick walls. You can put that on your own server, or you know, a single player world. The only thing with that is I don't know if I can do that with the regular launcher, but I really like that resource pack. This one I don't think has anything that really is going to work like very thin walls. But what I am going to try to do is use trapdoors to make the interior walls. But that also, tell Andy, who are we talking about? I don't know who we're talking about, but a Western's craft builder, a Westeros craft builder. All right, I don't know what I want to use. I like the dark oak. The spruce is probably going to be the best because it's like a little bit lighter too, so it won't be so dark in here. So I need to kind of like figure out the layout for this. I kind of think this should be the kitchen, and then I can do the, oh, see, that's two. Having a fireplace on one of the, well, no, I could probably do that here. And then I can just work on the outside walls after. So what I'm gonna do then is Space Guy on Overwatch. Space Guy. Oh! That took me a hot second. Right, your friend. Okay. I know the gamer tag. I don't know the I don't know how that's gonna actually look. Oh, that looks really nice, actually. Like, it does kind of look like a bunch of, like, little mini doors with the handle on there. See, this one, this might be, let's try one row of these and see how it looks. You know, I think that could actually be kind of cool because it's not the same, like, darkness as the beams, so it's going to stand out a little. So I kind of like that. I can have like a fireplace cooking area over here. I still have enough room to do counter space over here. Kind of a fake butcher table. And so this is actually on this block, which is kind of like a hallway area. So I don't actually have to worry about not being able to put things here. So I'm going to have to, okay, so we have a kitchen area. I guess this is, I'll have to figure out what I end up wanting to do with this space, or just leaving it blank, and then I kind of want to, yeah. Okay, that looks cool. And then I have space there, so I can do, I guess, like a kitchen area over here, and then this will just be like an entryway, and I can do kind of like a living space. And then upstairs will be bedrooms, and this is where, like, this is a fairly big house. Some of the, oh, I just realized I left some gaps up here. Some of the houses in, like, Westeros Craft, like, they have, like, really, I mean, they're meant to be very realistic, so you have really, really narrow houses, and the rooms ended up being super tiny, and so you had to really kind of like squeeze stuff in. But the blocks were different than a trap door, so if I recall, like, they did take up one of the block spaces, but there were almost like these facades that would go on blocks that wouldn't do that. So this could be a bedroom over here. And I think I want to actually put it on this side. Yeah, because I'm not going to put anything right there, and I can put something here. The only thing with this that gets a little tricky is the upstairs, but I'm actually going to create a loft, so I'm going to put another room up there. So I guess for now, I will just leave this at 3 high. And then, yeah, okay, this is where it's good. Okay. And then I can put a door here. I think the interior doors are going to be a little different. I mean, I don't want anything with a window in it, and I don't want it to be like super blended in, so I guess I'll just use a spruce door. like that blends in a little too much. If I do that though, like that's, you don't want like a window into your bedroom door. Like that's just as, I feel like, as like close to, you know, having like your parents take your door off its hinges. Did I just mess that up? There we go. I feel like there's probably a setting in Minecraft that I should know about that is like perpetual like daytime, so I could stop having to do that. See, this is the problem here is, oh, I have to do this, there we go. Okay. Alright, and then we have a gap there, and then this will be another bedroom. I'm just gonna have really big hallways, which is really not typical in a, like a house like this. So it's on the interior, so I guess I gotta do that. Then I could just like I guess fill the hallway with some interesting things. Maybe like a little sitting area or something. Okay, that looks kind of cool. So I'm gonna actually, and I don't remember which color I picked, or which wood grain I picked for the ceiling down here, so I'm just gonna grab these. Okay, I did oak. And mainly because actually, since I have this space out here, I can put stairs up and then I can have a loft on either side, which is kind of cool. I want to say, and I'm trying to stay consistent with the height I have down at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, it's just, so actually, okay, I see what I did. All right, so there's actually going to be a gap in some places down here with these walls. Like that looks fine because it's right up against the beam. This one is not right up against the beam, and so I feel like I actually have to redo this one, but it should be fine if I place the beam in the right place. All right. Like I feel like just in general, this should just do this like that, and then work out from there. Because I really don't care where the parts that stick down end up. Nope, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh wait, no, but this is. Oh, okay, I see what happened. So that's. There's definitely going to be a gap, so. Ah, okay. There we go. And then from there, forgot I'm actually standing on the floor. See, now is the music too loud now, like the in-game music? Because I feel like now it's super loud from just being like usual Minecraft loudness. But the other thing I actually want to do, so I'm like, this is like my casual city build that I want to do, but the other thing I want to do is actually like, I want to, because I usually like to build historical buildings in Minecraft and The Sims and other like creative mode games, and so I want to like take do like some build challenges. So if anybody has ideas, please let me know. I will try to build things that music is good. Cool. Alright, got the beams for that room done. And I'm not actually going to do anything out here because I don't know how I'm going to have the loft entrances. It makes you sleepy. I mean, that's kind of was the goal, is like, it's a sleepy Sunday. I want to relax. Nope, wrong height. No, that's going to go here. The Notre Dame seems like a nice little project. You know, that's actually a building I've wanted to build for a long time. Like there's actually a lot of source material now because like when I build something, I usually like to look at plans, like architectural drawings, and so especially for like historical homes, like I was in The Sims building some, like, I would build old writers' homes, so like homes that are preserved, like Hemingway's home in Key West and things like that. But for those homes, like, they're, you know, historical and they're usually turned into museums. So what people end up being able to do is, like, you have access to those plans easily because they're, you know, housed in places where you can find them. But what's really sad is, like, obviously since the fire, that building has been under serious repair. So some of the ways that I think that it's going to be repaired, it's not going to really retain the original, total original structure. Like, it's going to look different. But every time I Google it, like, there's pictures of, like, what they're doing with it. So I need to try and find some stuff, like the original plans. But I can absolutely try to do that. I think that would be really cool. So let's see, that's... So I think for the ones that... Trying to think of what I can do. I think if I do that, that should be fine. Because you won't actually notice the fact that the beams are really spaced close together if you're in one of the rooms, because you can't see the beams in the other part of the room. So if that's backwards, yeah, let me just do one row here. No, I don't like that though. All right, well, this will be fine. I just don't want to mess that up, and this will just be like that. Like that, and then that should be good, because then, actually, you know what, I'm gonna have to... Yeah, because I can't go up that beam. I can go up that one. I should actually not have the beams at all right here, because if the loft, like, it's not holding up anything. So what I'll need to do is just fix the other side of that. That is not structurally sound. No, you're very correct in that. Gotta make sure everything is structurally sound. But when I would build for, like, Westeros, I'm not even using nails, no. It's just like magic sticking dust, I don't know. When I would build for Westeros Craft, they would actually, like, for the first, like, month, like, I was in, like, a, you know, kind of a typical probation thing, and they would come in and, like, review my builds and, like, go through and, like, not nitpick, but, like, in a good way, like, go through everything, down to, you know, every single block. If a block was, like, placed in a way that just did not make sense, like, it was gone, and it was intense. I'd have, like, some of the senior builders, like, fighting over whether or not I should, like, leave something a certain way. It was, like, it was crazy. I liked it a lot. Like, I liked the commitment, right? Like, the amount of effort that they put in. I'll put that. It was a little intense. All right, so for this, I'm gonna need ladders. I can't actually place ladders on those walls. Oh, I like the ladders in this texture pack. because that's actually, can I? I can! I didn't realize I can totally do that. Alright, that is a game changer. Alright, so we got a cool loft thing going on. The lighting in here is really dark. I realize that like I have like one window, so it's definitely going to be dark, but I guess that's kind of realistic, right? I don't like how bright the ladder is, though. That's the only thing. All right, so we're gonna look for hay, and let's see if they have any yellow carpet that looks kind of. That might not really look very good. We could do brown carpet, and then any barrels. So I guess we'll make this kind of like a storage space. So also, like, if we're thinking of this as like a family in the era in which I'm trying to build this, like family home. Actually, let me just fill that in. You know, we're gonna have like maybe like a random bed up here too. I could do brown. That kind of fits with the vibe, I guess. Maybe gray, light gray. I don't know. We'll see how it works. I feel like the brown will work best up here. Can I not place that? There we go. Did that come out red? It looks red. I realize, oh, it's super dark on stream, I bet, too. Let me get some light in here. They have candles now, which are cool. And yeah, if you do, I think it's... I can't seem to... So, the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to be able to, like... You're supposed to be able to add... Because, like, if I do it down here, and I just keep clicking, it'll add multiple candles. Let's get rid of that. I don't know why it's not letting me do that, but... I'm curious if it will... Oh, good. Awesome. It stays. Alright, so using a barrel as a nightstand, we will put this bed back. If I can get... there we go. And we need some hay. Put that there. Let's see. I think I might do something along the edge. I'm not really sure yet, but... So I've got some side barrels there. Yeah, I guess I could put something in the middle like that. Have... And now, wisdom would say that a candle under the right under the wood ceiling is probably not a good idea. That is bright. Wow. I don't know if, see, I don't really want to... I don't know how I feel about the hay right now. This texture pack's hay is kind of garbage. Like, the hay in some of the other texture packs I've seen are pretty decent. Right? So I'm curious, though, if I, like, how that looks. That looks kind of cool. I don't know. And then I'm going to do something with an item frame, I think. I don't know what I want to put. I don't know what I want to put in here yet. Let's see how things look in this texture pack. mean, it's not like we're going to be storing stuff up here in this side. That would be like meat. Like that seems like not the place where we put it, but see, I feel like that's not going to look good. We'll see. See, that just like doesn't look like anything. It's helpful when it's like food and stuff, where it seems like that's what's being... Actually, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make the upright one so that it can store some sort of food. So maybe it's like, we'll store the apples up in the attic or something like that. See, I don't like that. So some of them will be like super detailed to where you have like this whole, like the whole item frame is essentially filled with something that looks like food. So then you know, you can make it. I just want to see if I can find something that actually fills the entire space and looks like it doesn't matter what it is. Looks kind of cool, but I don't really know what that would be. Oh, I know what that can totally be when I make the bathroom. Alright, I'm gonna give up on that for now. I actually like how the item frame looks by itself, though. Like, it looks kind of like the top of a barrel. Well, I know, and they don't have to change the music desk. Like, they just, it's always awesome. Like, there's like nostalgia tied to it, right? Like, if they change the music, like, it wouldn't feel the same anyway, so. Do that, and obviously I won't have an item frame on these, but. You know what? I'll leave that plain. Alright, so we have one half the loft done. There's some hay up there. It doesn't really look like a lot of hay, but that's fine. And then I don't know what to do with this side of the loft, really. I guess I could do more barrels. Or I could do kind of like... Because if we look at the bedrooms down here, like this one... I feel like this one's a little smaller. This one's a little smaller. This has got to be the, like, adult bedroom. That sounds weird, but, like, the parents, the adults, whatever, if this is like a farm family or something like that. So, I don't know, maybe like the kids' bedrooms are up top or something like that. So maybe I'll do a bunk bed. I could do like gray. I am going to use the lantern just for the... I'm just gonna light the upstairs with the lantern anyway. See, this is... Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna... I can't do that. I gotta have something that is not an openable chest to do that. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna put that there. I'm gonna get rid of that. And the campfire is always good for this, if it'll let me. Oh, you know what? No, because I can't put it right underneath it. Okay, I'll use that for something else later. Let's take... that, I need a sign. The jungle sign is actually lighter, and so that ends up being... See, that ends up looking a little weird, so... No. There's a lot of, like, things you can do. I feel like this is probably not a good place for the bed, though, because it's kind of, like, out of the way. So let's do that. Or let's do this like that, and then we'll have it sticking out like that. that's gonna, I don't even get stuck, which is good. See, this is the part I don't like. I never like doing things that are up, like, you know, attic side or something like that, because it's so cramped, but it's gotta get done. And of course, because this is on the outside, I'm not gonna be able to place it, so I'm gonna have to make these go on the inside. Where did I put that there? So that kind of looks like it's holding up the bed at least. Well, that's kind of cool. All right. And then I need, just put that like that. It doesn't have to look perfect, I guess. And then I'll just do that. So it looks a little bit more structurally sound. And then we need a barrel again. Right over there. Get the light gray candle because it looks kind of dirty. I don't know why I feel like people living in like this crowded like house are not going to have clean candles, but we'll give them something nice. Okay, so we have a bunk bed. The sketchy like attachment over here, but whatever. Go for something like, I don't know, more comfortable looking or something different on this side. I guess we could put some chests up here too. Like these would be a little bit like fancier. I can technically open that, so that's cool. And then I'm gonna just grab more hay and just kind of carpet. I feel like there's definitely there's a chain that I could like technically have stuff hanging from, but like in the Westeros Craft Pack there's like you can have like actual like fowl and like pieces of meat like hanging like for like a butcher shop or something, but we don't really have that, although I love the beehive in this resource pack. That's really cool. All right, let's grab that carpet and just put something on top here. We've got a chest, we've got a barrel. For now, that should be okay. I'm gonna put some of the carpet down. Actually, I don't even know if I want really a carpet. I guess we could do that. So it's just kind of like a little carpet area right in front of the bed. That works. All right, so we've got that done, and then this is just going to be like a whatever, I guess, sitting area. I need to kind of figure out what I'm going to do in the bedrooms. Something I did learn is that actually having like massive bookshelves in houses, obviously, if they're historically accurate like this, probably not really that common, because people in the medieval era who were just strictly farmers wouldn't actually have read all that much. But I do want to put a bookshelf in here. I'm like missing, where am I like scrolling past the bookshelf? I don't know why I'm not just searching for it. The bookshelf looks kind of cool in here. I think I could, if that fits there, I could do that. I feel like I only want it to be too high though. And then I'm gonna use the same trapdoor that I use up here. And so you're not really gonna see it unless you're down there. That looks kind of cool. And then I'm gonna put a desk. And I feel like the dark oak slab works well for the desk. Nope, it's not what I want. Just want to make the chair slightly different so it's really not the same. Actually, I think I could probably use a trapdoor for that too. Trapdoors are useful for a lot of stuff. I'm actually curious how the birch one looks because it's really bright. I mean, that doesn't really look exactly like a chair, but if I add the signs to the side of it, see, I don't think that'll, yeah, there we go. And then I have somewhat of a chair. And let's see, we want the, what's that thing called again? Item frame. I don't really know what the glow item frame does. Like, is that different? Is it just, oh, it just glows, that's all. That makes sense. And I feel like there is paper and maps and things like that. So I'll just put that there. And we want like a, what is that? The redstone torch looks interesting. I really want to see that. Lightning rod. I'm just looking at things that could actually look cool when coming out of a clay pot. Whatever the clay pot looks like in this. Okay, so the flower pot, it looks like an actual flower pot. I was hoping it would look kind of not like a flower pot. Okay, that looks like terrifying. Like, this looks like something out of a horror movie now. Let's see what I can flower-wise. I kind of wanted to make something look like a quill. I mean, I could probably do that with the Wither Skeleton School, because I think you can... I want to say that you... Yeah, if I have it backwards. Okay, so that kind of looks... It would actually be even better if it's like this, yeah. And now I just need something that's like white. This is like a really silly idea. I don't, no, that's not gonna work. I wasn't sure if they like shrunk it to size or something like that. All right, let's try a candle. No, it's not gonna let me do that either because I guess it's like half block size. Well, okay, we can pretend that that's something else, I guess. I wish you could like stack the skulls. Like that would be cool. I wonder if you can. Okay, so it just puts it one block up after that. But anyway, that's kind of cool. All right, so we've got the little office area done on this floor. Now I need to move on to like the master bedroom, which is, oh, that's over here, because this one's bigger. All right, so we're going to start with the bed. And we're going to stick with like uniform color. So that's three, that's three. We're going to put them up against the wall. slightly darker stuff to kind of do the... Oh, it's not what I wanted. Okay, so we got the end of the bed. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we'll do the stripped dark oak. They get something a little bit better, I think. Or they should. Like, I want something slightly different for their like little like dresser nightstand sort of a thing. I realized I could have used the cartography table for the desk, and that would have been pretty cool. I don't know, I guess they're gonna get a barrel because until I can think of something that looks a little bit better. This is good enough. And we'll give them a lantern as well. I'm actually curious to see what the soul lantern looks like because it looks very like fantasy like. Oh, that is gorgeous. So that's definitely not gonna work in like a house like this, but that'll be great if I do kind of more fantasy builds like a wizard tower or things like that. But I think though what I will do is I will try to do the Notre Dame. I'm gonna finish this house up, and then what I can do is I can switch to either a flat world or I can switch to like, or just find a flat space and clear it. I'd have to like plan it out though, which is I think something I can do. So I think the next thing I want to do is a wardrobe in here, or somewhat of a closet maybe. So let's see if I can get 2 doors, and we'll use the dark oak doors, and then I'm gonna use the spruce trap doors because so they're a little bit different. That's not what I want. If I want to actually put anything in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this simpler on myself, and yeah, that works. All right, so we have sort of a closet situation going on here. And I'm not going to put barrels in the closet because I feel like barrels, that's like overkill at that point. But I do need to do like some shelves or something like that, or something that looks kind of like clothing. The snow might actually melt because of the biome I'm in, so I don't really know, but we'll see. And I feel like the cobwebs look too much like cobwebs, so I'm going to try to use the glow lichen to make it, or the glow lichen to make it look like dust and like just general grime. A turtle egg. I feel like that could be useful in some way. This could look like a pile of clothes that someone didn't fold very neatly. To go for more trapdoors, and we'll do something more different because I want the I feel like that works. Just to have a shelf there, a shelf there, and I just of course put the snow away, so let's get the snow out. And place that. Okay, so that kind of looks, that looks sort of like snow. Oh, I can actually put the turtle egg there though, that's cool. And then I have that there, which that doesn't really work out because it's like moving around. Okay, yeah, that's gonna melt. All right, so it's gonna have to be like something that's like low and corally. None of these really look very flat though. I don't know, maybe we'll leave the shelves down here for now, and we will put something like, I don't know, put the turtle eggs. Yeah, turtle eggs. I'll just do turtle eggs in here. There's just turtle eggs in the closet. That's cool. I hope those don't actually hatch. Like, I don't know if that, I'd never do stuff with turtles, so I don't know if that's actually what's gonna happen. And then let's do a little bit of a carpet. We'll make a nicer carpet, not the brown, boring carpet. I feel like the yellow's too bright, and maybe we can do a light gray. Right, so that's not gonna work out because of all these. So we're gonna just do a carpet runner that just runs the length of the room. And then we can do a barrel over here. And then we'll do candles, and I'm gonna do something a little more exciting actually. Like, let's do red. Oh, I keep forgetting it's not gonna let me do more than one. All right, well that's cool. Okay, so we have the master bedroom, and again, I could probably add more detail. I am gonna, let me take a look at this room. This room is a decent size. I split up the rooms down here already, which these are the more exciting rooms. Like, I enjoy like playing around with the kitchen and the dining area much better. I feel like carpet out here is probably a good idea. Carpet when you come up the stairs. Okay. We're just gonna obviously have more hay because for whatever reason there's just hay everywhere in this family's house, so I actually love the rain in this resource pack. It looks amazing, and plus with Optifine it looks even better. Okay, that looks kind of cool. Actually, the egg just as like a little thing there. And I'm gonna do the lantern in here, but I'm just gonna have this one hang. See, it's gonna look better if I do it right from there. No! It's kind of a low-hanging lantern. Probably just get rid of the chain and add that. I love the soul lantern. I'm actually curious, is this not gonna like, it's not gonna hang if I don't have it hanging off of, well, that's kind of weird. Alright. Well, we're gonna put you up here. And I'm gonna give them I'll just give them a darker gray carpet. Again, we'll go with a runner. that works out quite well. Alright, so in here we're going to definitely need lanterns hanging. This one won't be a problem because just put that there. It's out of the way. And I feel like the cartography table, I don't know why I want to put it here. But that could be kind of, I don't know, cool. And then when I get down here, let's see. That's going sideways. So let's put that there. And yeah. Alright, so it gets dark over here. See, I kind of want, though, this to, like, be, like, the bathroom. Like, there's going to be, like, a random hole in the ground. But I feel like they would go outside, right? Like, that makes sense. Oh, see, that worked that time. See, that looks nice. I'll go with that. Alright, so we're going to make this area over here the kitchen, and I'm just going to remind myself not to, I'm just putting that here for now, somewhere. Come on, anywhere. Just so I have light. I'm just going to remind myself not to touch this area over here. Let's just do that. Because I'm going to make that the fireplace. The blast furnace actually looks kind of cool, but I really like how they have this set up over here. So that's going to have to be over there. And let's look at other decoration blocks, because so the crafting table looks kind of cool, and that could be like a preparation area in a kitchen. I feel like that's halfway decent. I'm not using barrels down here because, again, like overkill. There's a smoker. The smithing table actually looks kind of cool. I think that could work out. And I do want this to be partly functional, so I wonder if that. Yeah, that could be. Well, that works out. I just have, and what I'm gonna do is I kind of want a trapdoor that will block this part, but I'm actually thinking I'll just leave it like that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is, of course I deleted that. I'm gonna actually put this here because I'm gonna build the fireplace out a little bit. I want to do that. This actually over here really shouldn't look like that. It should have that anyway, so from the outside I'm a little worried that it's going to look weird, but and I'm going to change this up so the inside looks a little different, but what I do want is stairs. I've seen some really cool like builds like this, and so this is where it gets tricky because of the angles and stuff, but okay, so do something like that, and that's the problem here, is where it like turns like that. So I guess if I do that, that'll be cool. So it kind of looks like a multi-level, almost like pizza oven, or like a brick oven, which is kind of cool. And then the outside is where I'll just make it look a little bit different. There is, I want to see if there's, I'm not thinking of gravel. Why? No. I'm curious if they have the bleed happening, like, no, that's not going to happen. So, I want something that will kind of make the ground look a little scorched, but not too different from, you know, the gravel. So I guess the coal ore could possibly look kind of cool. It would just be cooler if it like bled into the gravel the way that the rest of them do. I'm thinking of other ground blocks and I'm blanking. So like there's like soul sand. So let me try soul sand. Okay, that's kind of cool that it's different. It's not the same obviously as like it being dark, but oh, so the soul soil looks very different in this texture pack. Dirt, coarse dirt, podzol, rooted dirt. Rooted dirt could be... No, it couldn't be cool. That's a no. Alright, so I at least have something that looks slightly different. It looks kind of like the ground is a little scorched because of the furnace. Alright, so I have those. I'm not going to do any sort of top cabinets. That doesn't really, I don't think, fit. But I do need the flower pot because I want there to be some, you know, decorations. I want it to look kind of like a kitchen. I don't know why that's like such a small flower. Let's try a sunflower. Oh, sunflowers don't fit in there. Alright. Allium looks kind of cool. Spore blossom. That's crazy. I guess I'll go with something... you know what? The blue orchid is really nice. Alright, so we've got a little character there. And just thinking of things, I don't think I can place a bowl. Like, you can't place a bowl unless it's in an item frame, which I could try that. I mean, even just having the item frame by itself on there looks kind of cool. And the only thing I'm really trying to look at here is if the trap, or if the iron, because I wanted that to kind of be like a, let's see that, no, it's not going to work like that. I wanted that to kind of be like, you know, a knife rack where you would hang stuff from. I don't know if I can actually get this to work. It's just like floating, which is really weird. I'm just gonna keep hitting that by accident. I don't really like how that just looks like it's like floating midair, but yeah, I guess that could be fine. And then the only other thing I would usually do is try to create some smoke with something else, and I'm going to do that from the outside. So I have that, and we want campfire. And what I'm going to do is... I don't know if that will actually stay lit if I mean, you can hear it, but you can't actually... Oh, you can see a little bit of smoke. Nope, that's good. That is enough. And now we're going to just grab some of these. feel like that goes out way too far, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that for right now. I think it could probably be, yeah, like I could probably do that, make it look a little bit better, but there we go. It's probably good for now. I'm probably going to play around with that a bunch because I'm not really actually a huge fan of how that came out. Like that's, I just don't like how it looks, but all right, so kitchen is done. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to take a break on this because I want to finish it, but I also do kind of want to find a space to build the Notre Dame, because that I think is actually a pretty cool challenge slash project. Also, that house looks awesome, really like far away. Actually, I should probably make the chimney just go all the way up, and that'll look better. There is a village right over here, and I feel like though if I kind of flatten out some area of this plains, like that could be a really good spot. So let me see. So honestly, like what I have to do, I think, to plan this out is I need to pull up at least like a general, because I'm not going to obviously get this done quick. This is going to be like a little bit of a project. But what I'm going to have to do is get like a floor plan and sort of plan it out, I guess. Because there's like, well, so like the Notre Dame is, like there's the cathedral, which is the bulk of it, but then there's the front part of it that kind of like, where the cathedral starts, but it's like the part that everybody knows. So that's what I'm going to look up, the whole thing. Okay, so I found an image that looks like, I feel like it gives just a basic like layout. Doesn't really give me like a crazy detailed layout, but it's okay. So the nave is the part that I'm thinking of. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten out some land, and I'm trying to think of like, okay, so if the sun sets over there, we have a north and south tower. Okay. So yeah, I can have it facing this way. Alright, let me get some wool. This is gonna be the easiest way to do this. And I'm actually gonna minimize this so I can still see stream chat. Start kind of down this spot, and I'm just gonna have to fill in the holes. I kind of feel like this is a little horrific because I'm gonna have to like, okay, like you guys gotta get out because like I don't want to bury you in here. No, no, move that way. Go. Like, I don't want to close them off. Like, that feels like bad luck. If I just, like, wall some sheep into the ground. Yeah, there you go. Out of my way. You gotta go, buddy. And I'm not gonna actually fill in everything because I mean, like, normally something like this I would do with World Edit, but okay, out, out, get out of here. I'm not going to fill in everything right now just because I want to get the actual like structure kind of outlined. It's got to be huge though. I mean, this is... If I'm doing this even remotely to scale. Right now I just need the general shape of the front and see like how much space I'm actually going to take up. So the width of the front facade of the Notre Dame is it like Notre Dame, Notre Dame? Like what is the pronunciation? Because like I've pronounced it both ways and I feel like I'm getting it wrong every time I pronounce it. Does anybody know? So the width of the facade is 43.5 meters. So I'm going to go with 44 and round that up, just so it's... I feel like that works out. Do I want to do 44 or 43? I could do 43. The pronunciation of the actual building itself, like Notre Dame, Notre Dame, like it just seems like I always pronounce it one way or the other because I've heard it pronounced both ways. I also think my stream chat is behind. I'm not sure though. I should actually have YouTube up on my second screen. Alright, so I'm gonna go with that. So that's 43.5, and then the length of it is 128 meters. So if I'm doing this like mostly 1-to-1 or close to it, 10. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I'm kind of wondering what the pronunciation is, but that's yeah, that makes sense. All right. So this is 50. I feel like I actually didn't leave enough space because no, maybe that's fine. I feel like I counted that right, but I'm going to actually have to go back and recount, and I'm just going to place a block down. Ah! No, I need to throw that. I'm going to place a block down every 10 just to make sure that I'm doing this properly. Let's see. This is like the really boring part. That's I'm building the Notre Dame. So it's not really a big square, it's more a rectangle, but I'm doing the general outline. I have the length, and then I'm gonna kind of cut in to get the appropriate shape for each of the each of the parts of it. But for right now, I found like a thing that shows like the height and stuff. So if I do it in like a 1-to-1 scale, all right, let's see. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 9. Yeah. Okay, so hey, I'm gonna do it. Any build ideas? I am always up for the challenge. So, all right, I am going to also have to point out how silly the animals actually look kind of cool in this resource pack. But, like the pig looks way more like a pig. Let me just double check the width of this. So I did 44 by 128. The city of Atlantis. That one might be, that's an ambitious project, but I like big builds. Like, I like doing huge structures. I feel like I do need to turn the music down a little bit because it's too loud for me even. Just a little bit. Trying to decide, I can either dig it out or I could fill it in. I think I'm going to actually end up doing kind of a bit of both, but just to level the ground. But I always need to like do I always need to do like a I always need to do a good outline first to make sure I have everything kind of planned out the way I need it to be. I'm not gonna like fill it in completely away, but I'm gonna definitely fill this in with grass here. This is like what I get though. I'm not working with World Edit, so it's gonna take a lot longer, but that's okay. I feel like with stuff like this, sometimes it's even better if you don't use World Edit. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stick with this line and I'm just going to go all the way through. You know what? I shouldn't do that though, because then I'm going to have to like go and mess with the rest of the terrain. I'm going to just fill it in with grass to even it out. This is going to take the longest. Yeah, that's what I just realized. Like, I'll stick with this like higher up and, you know, empty it out a bit more in certain spots, but for the most part, yeah. Because then I can just grade the terrain downwards and fill it in after. Oh, I went way past that. All right, what? Oh my lord. What? What's up? This stuff I have the outline, I can then fill it in more easily. So like it's spots like this that I can just remove it. So I want to keep it. I'm actually like really in love with the pigs in this. This is like, that's so cute, right? And the chickens are cool too, but like, yes, I'm destroying flowers. I'm trying to build the building. There are gonna be no flowers on the ground in a bit. Sorry, chicken, get in my way. The trees. Oh, okay, that's cool. So this resource pack, there's roots that, I guess if you have like underneath like that, you'll see roots hanging. That's cool. I just have to stop and appreciate like all of the little things in this pack because I do love this pack. I actually am one of those people that likes to just take flint and steel to the trees and just like set a forest on fire in this game sometimes. It's like Icarus, right? Like, you just gotta do it once at least to see it. Oh, look at that. That looks so cool. Yeah, but at least like in the game, it'll come back, maybe. I love that. Did I not? Oh, I didn't even, I just typed that. Right. I was like, why isn't it working? Alright, I need it to be level with that, yep. I'm actually curious if I can go into this world, because even though I started this on a later installation, if I can go into this world and world edit and get it to work, but I don't know. Oh wait, I wonder if world edit does work in this. I could be doing all this work for no reason. Hold on a second. Let's see. Because then at least filling stuff in. I'm not going to do it for most of the work, but I think filling stuff in would at least be okay. Where's the axis? Why am I? Oh. I don't know if the... No, yeah, world edit's not active in here. Because I think I have... There's a specific mod loader that it uses that I have set up that isn't going to work in this version. I'm trying so hard to not hurt the pig. The cows are actually cool too. The sheep look done, like I feel like they put in like minimal effort for the sheep. almost done with this top layer, and then I can start filling stuff in. I know you guys were watching a calm, relaxing stream, and now it's just all destruction. Pig. Hello. Alright. Now to fill everything in. I almost want to fill it in with... See, I really don't care what I fill it in with because it's gonna, like, get adjusted slightly anyway. I really should actually be doing the other side first because that's the side I think I'm going to start building on. And then I'll work on like the cathedral part. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be like awful and one of those people that doesn't totally fill everything in. Like, I'm going to be a monster, basically. Like, this is sacrilegious, I feel like, in Minecraft, but... I don't know, maybe there's some secret basements in the Notre Dame that, like, I can add later. So yeah, I'm just gonna fill that in. I just tried to like find the mute button because I forgot where it was, so I didn't sneeze. I don't know if that actually muted fast enough. Oh. Torture. Oh, come on. I've never been like good at like quickly filling things in. I don't know. I feel like I get bored and then I go to the other side. So then I mess up and then I try to fix stuff immediately. The best thing always was like I had some friends who like hated buildings, so they would just like gather resources in Minecraft when we played on like multiplayer servers, and they would like do like the grunt work, the filling in for me, so I could build. And I don't really appreciate the amount of labor that goes into just like the monotonous stuff. This is... This is only one side. This is so depressing. be done. What is there? Oh. I feel like I always, actually I should probably change my mouse sensitivity, because if I'm trying to fill stuff in quick, it's not set for what would be most efficient. Like, I don't know what animal that was, but it just made a really awkward noise. I think that was a pig. Maybe a sheep. Oh, there's a cave here. Interesting. Alright, so this side is flattened, and then from here I just have to work my way that away. I'll leave the pink on the outside. I am going to have to totally murder some animals because they're in the middle and they're not getting out. Okay, that works. So that's the right height. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I really would love to have a survival server again. Maybe eventually, that could be my goal. Save up money, get a server. I really want to wait until after the next Caves and Cliffs update though, because even though the snapshot's already out, but the Caves and Cliffs update, the second part, is actually, it completely redoes terrain generation because all of the caves generate differently already a little bit, but then the remaining changes to terrain will be in effect, and that is going to completely change how everything looks. So to have a server, like after that, servers are going to be deciding whether or not they're going to kind of wipe and reset so they can have the new terrain generation, because it is going to completely change Minecraft. Like even my home server, which we run and I have a few friends who play on, like I kind of warned them. I was like, look, I'm gonna wipe it because I want to actually get to use the new features and the new terrain generation. So if I were to get a server, I'd probably wait until after that, because I wouldn't want to get things started and then have to wipe them. And I think that's coming later this year, I want to say. I'm pretty sure. Like if the snapshot is already out. I think one thing I have to be careful of though is that like the width is the max width. So the width that I have this is, it looks like the width of the, like the front part of the Notre Dame, and then like there's one other part between like the rounded cathedral area. So I'm actually going to be moving some of the building inward a bit. This is like the most boring part to stream too. If I start to actually get this front part done, I can actually disregard the rest for a little bit, and then just start working on, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to sit here and stream me filling in grass for, you know, hours. Should actually be enough space for I want to say this is definitely enough space for the front part of the nook or whatever it's called, with the two towers that are on either side. So the big issue here is, like, I'm not going to be sitting here building with cows and stuff, like, making noises beneath me, so I'm going to have to, like, go kill them all before I close this up completely. And that's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Alright, let's find a sword. Diamond sword. Sorry, guys. It's just how it is. I'm just gonna pull this up so that it's at the right height. I can adjust this from here. Mass murder. Yeah, well, it had to be done. It's better than, like, entrapping them in a tomb below where I'm building. Like, that's more cruel, I think. That's also true. They were, in fact, started over that kind of behavior. Yeah, I think the best thing is going to be to do this in, like, chunks, since there is really, like, 3 or 4 sections of it. Okay. So now what I gotta figure out is the actual shape, because, like, it's not perfectly square, nor should it be. So I have a picture up that has the general dimensions, but there's like 3 parts. There's, and I think that, let me see. Dimensions. I've definitely seen, like, people do like builds of this before. I just maybe need a more detailed picture to look at. Like, there's lots of like images that, like, depict its general size, but I just need I guess a close-up picture so I can. All right. And so it's also kind of on this, like, yeah, I could work with this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the wall on the inside of the, well, so, like, the back part of it is like rounded, but but, like, it's the front part is more square. I also have to figure out, like, what materials I want to make, because I got to look at how things look in here, because it's kind of like a dirty tan or brick kind of color. Like, I guess it would be gray, but all the pictures I've seen of it, it kind of looks not, I don't know. It's not tan, it's not gray, it's kind of somewhere in the middle. It's like a brick, but it's more of a gray brick, I guess, if I'm looking for something like that. So I'm going to get rid of all this, because I hate when I have stuff in my inventory. And let's see what we have here. Because, like, there is brick in here, but it doesn't look that great for what I'm trying to do. I think the sandstone brick actually might be best for this, at least with this texture pack. Okay, yeah, technically I could use a black brick after it got burned, but brick doesn't burn, it just chars a little. The deep slate bricks. So no, I think I'm gonna have to do the sandstone. There's smooth sandstone and there's sandstone. Creative mode isn't cheating if I'm playing in creative mode. When I'm doing historically accurate builds. How you doing, Unknown? Alright, I think that's going to be pretty good. See, I like how they actually have the brick stairs look like a brick ceiling, but they don't have that in any other color. Let's see, that's smooth sandstone. We have a sandstone slab, we have cut sandstone. I'm just going to like grab all these because I feel like they're chiseled sandstone, cut sandstone. I can always replace stuff later. Dripstone block, that looks kind of cool. I don't know what I would use it for, but... Alright. So I'm trying to find a good image of it, but I'm... Of course. Alright, I need a good image of the front part so that I can have it up on my other screen. And let me look for a large sized one. I'm gonna start, I think, with the front facade, and then I'll work my way from there. Like, I don't know why all of the images I'm looking at are like awkwardly angled, like in ways that I can't see the front corner. Okay, I found one that's a decent size. Alright, open image in new tab. Alright, now I have a nice large image that I can look at. Alright. I'm gonna mostly build in one and then I can like adjust it from there. So what it looks like is like the front corner is like grab one more thing of wool so I can make sure I split this off properly. Why did that not grab that? So it's not in thirds necessarily, but I feel like a little bit short of that is gonna be. Alright, I'm gonna actually have to size this out and just count it just to see. Alright, just wanna put this. That's full 30. I'm not gonna go 30. So let's see. 28, 27. 4. Unknown, you said it, Minecraft has changed, but it is also very different with the texture pack I'm using. So like it looks different. There's also the blocks look significantly different. I mean, there's a lot different though. But once, again, the next update comes out, whole terrain generation is going to change. It's going to be awesome. I still play older versions though for like different reasons. Like it depends on what I'm trying to do, but okay, so it looks like, see, I think I did these too deep. That should be 3 and 3. That might actually even be too deep. I feel like I'm not 100% sure if I want it to go that deep or if I should have it just be 2 by 2 on the sides. So basically it's just kind of this little like section of like the front face that it just sticks out a little bit, but it's enough that I want to make sure that it's accurate. Well, there are some, I mean, you should see if the mods that you use have like updated since, because some of them definitely have and they're pretty good, but there's a lot of older mods I used to love though that, yeah, like they're not supported on newer versions, so, which kind of sucks, but all right. I got that. Now I have to actually try to figure out, because it looks like there's going to be 2 of these sort of like outlet things across here. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 across. I don't know if no, it shouldn't actually go that far away. All right, let's see. Can we count that again? 8. Okay, 9 in between. See, that's going to be too close together, I think. You'll just never play Minecraft. I mean, hey, that's fair. But the good thing is you can still play those older versions of Minecraft, though, so, like, you know. Okay, so there's going to be 7 in between. I feel like that's going to be okay enough for the center. The center is supposed to be a little bit wider. So basically what I'm doing, though, is I'm just trying to get this even so that the entrance is looks about the size it's supposed to be. And I think that looks about right. What'll probably end up happening is I'm going to do this like 16,000 times and then just keep fixing it, but that's okay. That's how that's supposed to work. Okay, so I've got this, and so I feel like this could actually go like that instead of just curving inward. too wide entrance, which works. And then we're gonna do the same thing here, but I think because this is a little bit wider, like the that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that that's gonna actually stay the same because it's gonna be just as deep. I mean, I could do that with World Edit. I'm not using the right version of Minecraft right now. And it does certainly help. I do also like doing stuff like this where it's just like, you know, one by one. I mean, to be fair, most of this is going to be pretty easy. So as long as I do one side, I just have to repeat it on the other side. I didn't actually create the scale for the height yet though, so I should probably do that before I like move on. I did actually thankfully find a image that shows me what parts of the Notre Dame are wood and what are stone. And that's actually the one thing, like it's very sad what happened with the building itself burning, but the material out there on like the architecture's actually, there's a lot, so and it's all kind of interesting because like there's a lot you can see on like what they did before, what burned and what is being changed. And obviously if there's like windows and inlets and stuff, that's stuff I'm going to add last because I don't need to add that kind of detail on the actual structure quite yet. A giant egg and call it art. Hey, you never know. Maybe that'll be my next project. I like challenges. All right, so we've got, okay, so we've got that. And then there's the two on the sides are kind of, they go up in like a dome that gets sort of, goes inward a little bit. So it like curves inward, and that's going to be an interesting one to do. And I have some ideas about that. Before I start actually going up, I do want to like make sure that I get to like the proper height. And so there is, where's the image I have of the height? Okay, so it's height of the towers for the front. It's 45 without the towers and then 69 with the towers. Hey. So I am gonna, let's see, this is very close. 1, 2. So it's 40. 45. Okay, so that is, and it's actually worth, you should still have access to that. I mean, I know they've changed, like, because this is Java. Like, I don't have, like, the newer ones or anything like that. I like the Java version. Like, I'm probably going to stick with that as long as possible. They are changing things with, like, your accounts where it's, like, I think they're shifting from Mojang to Microsoft accounts or whatever, but... Okay, so this is the height of, like, before we even get to the tower... This is the height I'm working with here. And I'm just going to kind of go up and do this because... There was one time, actually, that I was on a friend's server. I want to say I was high school, college. I don't remember, but I was on I think it was college. I was on a friend's server and like I built Buckingham Palace, and that friend and I had a falling out, and he burned it, or he like let a friend burn it, and I got so sad. Speed hacks? I just saw a group on it, so you wrote. I wouldn't call them speed hacks. All right, so. That is tall. Okay, so that's the height of... We're gonna do orange. That's the height without the towers, and then... There we go. So that is going to be the height of the towers on the front. Wow. All right, that's going to be tall, but that is sort of the point. Is I'm building a replica, right? I feel like a lot of people do put in more planning than I've done, but when they're doing stuff like this, but I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. I actually find this easier though than just like free building stuff because at least I can look at something. So basically though, I need to make this part tall because it looks like basically the top of like the arches that are right here. And then there's like a little like area above that. Up that point is like halfway up the gray part. I can do London Bridge next, maybe. that's all. I'll do like something from a different major city. All right, so I'm gonna use this front corner, and then I'm gonna have to go back and do like the variant blocks and stuff. All right, so I want to make sure that I've got this. It's gonna be like come to a little under halfway, I want to say. That's probably good. And I'm going to actually do this one. Okay. See, the thing, like, I like certain kind of, like, historical builds when I'm going for, like, real accuracy. Like, I did Ernest Hemingway's house in The Sims 4, which came out pretty good, but I have to go back and redo parts of it because I got the pets update. But with, like some mansions that are very specific, like really detailed, I like doing those more in The Sims than in Minecraft because sometimes with Minecraft it's just hard to get the look exactly right, so... and I'm gonna go down 2 because I imagine this is gonna start. I don't know what this. It looks almost like you'd call it like an apron or something on the building. Next stream, I'll actually put the image up on like in the corner so everybody can see exactly what I'm looking at. But I want to make sure I get also like the height of the. So like if that's halfway, because like the arches themselves are actually pretty big, so. Put this up to like here, or here. And I realize that this doesn't look like much at the moment, but it's blocks stacked on blocks. I mean, that is essentially Minecraft. It'll start to look like something eventually. Wait, did I totally do this wrong? Aha. Okay, so I think what I've done is actually a little too wide. It shouldn't be 3 by or it should be 4 at the front like this because that's way too wide. I think I was like imagining it would be like much bigger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually get rid of that, and then I'm gonna make this. Okay, so the front, see, this is why I have to do that first. I'm just gonna get rid of all this because I wanna and I think that in general should be a bit wider, but I'm gonna redo the spacing on this because now that I'm looking at the picture that I'm looking at, it definitely looks a lot different. Chicken is like just hanging out with me. All right, so we've got that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, and then I want it to be, because these should be uniform regardless. Okay, so it's gonna be like that. And that, I think that makes a little more sense, but it looks like maybe I want these to be, have 3 in the middle. Yeah, 3. And now, mind you, I've never actually been to Paris, so I don't actually know what it looks like firsthand. Someday I will travel and get out to other places. That's a little bit better. And now at a certain point, like the arch itself is like, I'm just gonna say, I go like there. I can always make it taller if I need to, but this is gonna be just above the point in each of those small arches. Tell that it looks like there's going to be like some, see, I did this in a way that there's an even number, and it looks like there'll be like a door here and maybe here, but I can't really tell up close, so. Not actually very good at like rounded arches like this, so that might be too steep, and then I'm gonna play around with like the sandstone stairs like upside down and stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 high. I don't know, this actually looks like this pack with Optifine. It just reminds me of like the way the light casts in New World. And it's probably just because I was playing it recently that I'm like thinking about it, but I feel like I'm gonna have to actually make those go a little bit taller. This was like one higher in the middle. Alright, so I'm gonna try to create the arch, but like that's the problem with these is I feel like the let me actually put dirt here as a placeholder and then see what happens if I go like that. See, it's so hard like in my head to like contemplate how I'm going to curve, like make the ceiling curved. So I feel like if I go like that, I feel like I can create like sort of the illusion of a curve, even if it's not entirely curved. Like if it was a little bit lower, I could just have it go up one at a time and it'd probably look better. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different though, because I'm going to like bring it out more. So, because I'm also going to cut this back. Actually get rid of that for now, so it's just easier for me to like, because I think if it's at what I want the front, that, and I almost feel like maybe wrong one. I mean, Minecraft is still Minecraft in the sense that, you know, curving anything is serious challenge, but that's actually a good thing, I think, personally. Alright. See, I think like that, see, that's where it gets like really weird. I feel like this, this is going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to think about this one a little bit. I think what I will do, though, at least in the meantime, is I'm going to get rid of these middle things so that I have a sense of, like, where the arch is supposed to come to. Then I can think about it a little bit more and kind of envision how it's going to look, because I know like right across the top of the point, at least like on these sides, is going to be, oh, you know what, I can sort of try to because whatever's going to be up there, and then I'll just go up one on that with a slab. So that way, we got that there. that like that. And then I can work with this a little bit more because if I kind of go, like I want it to also work its way back a little, so it's not like entirely, yeah, something like that. Just a little bit like that, I think. And the next level, I think I have to keep it the same because I want it to really be, see, that's going to be like way too far down. All right, well, what I will do is I'm going to have the arch start up just higher and not worry about it. Right. And I can fill in these guys here. I'm actually like super excited to see how this will come out, at least the front part of it, because once I do that, then it's gonna look really cool. I also love like, okay, so like I need to take a detour and look at these villages, because like with the resource pack, like I don't know, like the villages just are really cool. They look very like primitive and stuff. I'm just like imagining this with that sky once it's actually done. Okay, so I brought that back a little. I don't know, maybe I can go back more and more and just like make that consistent so it like it looks the way it's supposed to. And I mean this I could definitely, you know, put a thing behind here. I'm gonna do dirt because dirt. So I know to replace it later with whatever block I'm trying to do. Something like that. I just don't like how far back I went there. I feel like actually this center one should actually be further in, but it really shouldn't because of the way that the arch is, so Let's see if we have the top one there, and that is the same distance as the top, and so we do that one and then maybe a second one on these two, and then we just have that like final one over there, and then behind these I need to make sure that the gap is actually like noticeable. I feel like that looks quite a bit better, actually. Like even though we have this whole thing here, there's this little like, you know, gap thing. I'm curious what I can actually do with this here. See if I could just make them right below that. Oh, no. And let's see how that looks if I do that. I don't know how I feel about that, but I feel like that's a lot better than it looked like before. At the same time, I feel like this should go out to here. And maybe I could just make this like that. I might actually get rid of that pillar altogether and just have these. Alright, so I need daylight because, again, since I can't like copy or mirror things, I'm gonna have to do this all on my own. Alright, so let me just make sure this is the right height. I think I need to go up one more. Oh. Just make sure that looks the same, yep. Okay. And it's just going to require a lot of zooming back and forth. Did I do that right? Did I actually like... Yeah, okay. We have the... And that's actually, I'm gonna bring those down one, and I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 3. The middle is probably going to be the easiest, but let's see. 1 and then 2 stairs, and 1 and 2 stairs. Okay. That goes up to there, and then we have 2 stairs coming off the back. I feel like this is somehow not right. Oh, because I'm doing that wrong. That's why. That's why it looked wrong. It was actually wrong. I'll just put up. I don't know where I put that. Where'd that go? There it is. Alright, let's get this up higher. See, I would have had this done already in World Edit because I would have just copy and pasted everything. We have those two, and it looks like the middle arch is actually the same height as the sides, so I'm gonna stick with I think somewhat of the same pattern, because the only difference really is that it's wider. It doesn't look taller, so I don't really want to make changes based on that. Higher, and then I'll bring that up 1, and then bring this up 1. No. Okay. So because this one Like, doesn't have the thing in the middle. Let me just like. Okay, so. I kind of want that to go in a bit more. I don't know if that's actually how I should do that now. Alright. So this one I'm going to do a little bit differently because I don't need to do the slab. So I'm going to make these all the way out. I just realized that those go out past the line that I had. That is a little bit of a problem. Alright, we're just going to stick with it for now and get rid of these. Because I want to make sure that it all comes out perfect. I can fix whatever I want later. And I can keep these probably in the same like setup. I'll just keep them all the same length. Well, this also makes it a lot easier to do this because I end up just going down one for each. And then in this case, I think what I will end up doing is putting more dirt here. We're gonna go like that. I can fix that in a second. All the backs should be pretty much the same. Okay. And it looks like for the front, because I have this in the middle here, it looks like I could probably do a double one in the middle here, but I'm not sure. So for now, I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, leave this open, except for I want to curve that, that. And can I do that here? Yep. It's always a good idea to do stuff like that. Okay. That looks pretty much the same and uniform. Also pretty. And then from there, what I can do is I have to basically build this wall up. Oh, you know what? I didn't put that there. That should be there. Okay. So it looks like I'm gonna just, for now, go straight for the... until we get to the point, like, it's gonna be all the same brick patterns. And then, oh, you know what? Because of that, the slab's not gonna actually matter on the upper part. It's just... The only thing that sucks about this is like it really won't look good if I take the texture pack off, because it's just gonna look like the vanilla sandstone, which just, it looks too different from what's going on here, so. Okay. The only thing I don't like, I might do this one a little bit over because it's more curved compared to the other ones, which are more pointy, but whatever. Okay, so I have that. I have like that whole thing. It looks like that band that kind of goes across the front. It looks like maybe it dips in a tiny bit as well, so I'm gonna go in by 1 block at least. And the images like of that front part, you're kind of like this. There's a lot of like detail because there's sort of like, see, in some pictures it looks really white, so I don't really know if this is a great color, but I'm going to, I think I'll use the chiseled sandstone for now, and then I can always replace it, but it looks like that's where there's sort of a bunch of sculptures in the front of it. All right. So I'm just going to give myself a nice platform here. I don't really care about the underside stuff that is like with the slabs and everything. So this is gonna go in one, and then it's gonna go out for the, like the outer thing. You know what? I think actually the cut sandstone will look better here, because it's more vertical like designs on the, even though they're not designs, they're like, I think it's the Virgin Mary. I think this will look better. Yeah, and then from here I can add more detail on this like balcony type spot. See, like all in all, it actually looks, what's frustrating to me is that like it does look like it sticks out more than these, so it actually shouldn't be. I'm torn. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Alright, I think I'm gonna actually play around with it by going a little bit over that front edge. So much indecisiveness. I'm just gonna keep going back and forth for hours. But it will get done. I think my goal is like I want to stream for another half hour, and so my goal is to like get something at least significant done. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to go for, because there's sort of like a, let's see, smooth. We'll go for the smooth sandstone slab maybe for the, and I can always change this later. is I'm still gonna need to do something about about the ledge in front of this part. I might just extend the ledge a bit more just so. So what I'm going to do with that is that's a little bit better. So that at least gives it a little bit more like depth and dimension. I think I want to do it kind of, obviously when I curve around to the side it's going to be different, but yeah, it's going to go like that. Got that part, and then it looks like there's sort of like the ledge kind of works the same way on the top. I don't know if I think what I want to be doing though is actually making it a little lower than that. I want to be doing this. And then above that, on that ledge, needs to be like this kind of like little fence thing. And this is actually going to be, for now, I'm just going to, I don't know why I didn't use that in the first place, that was weird. Should be that tall. I'm gonna get rid of this for now. It is starting to get shape. It's like, it's got, you know, and that's the thing is that the big thing is, you know, when it's far away, we want it to look good and thank you. So now I'm just sort of gonna add some of the other little details that I'm just gonna add in here to make sure. I don't like continue building without adding them and then forget. So those will be there. And this is where it starts to kind of go inward even a little bit further. And so I'm looking at a couple different pictures to make sure that I'm getting it a little bit more accurate. Alright, so I need some sort of fence, and I almost want to use white. I feel like that might actually be the best to brighten it up a little bit. It looks like this top part though, you know what? It looks like that. I might not want these on the side. I see what I'm gonna do here. Okay, and just so that those stand out more, I'm going to make them one taller. And I'm going to use these actually instead of the... I'm like not a huge fan of how this is coming out. Like, I feel like if I just left it simple like that, I think I need to see how the rest of it's gonna actually look before I add all the extra details. Because like there's this one part that they're just like very, very minimal like peaks. And they're not really that detailed. And I kind of want to add more of the detail to the windows, because the window's going to be hard because like it's just a bunch of circles and I can't really do that with what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to have to like really mess around with it a bit. So let's see, I have that, and then I need to go in one more. Actually, this is all way too short. So looks like we're going to get into some more detail again. This might just need to go a little higher. Alright. So I've got that. Now I really just need to do these like windows that are up here. Like I feel like it's starting to come out a little bit. It's just these have to be taller for sure. In this case, actually, these I want to be out more. So that's going to be similar to what happened. What I did here. some of this is going to have windows in it, I think, too. Or they're not even like windows, they're just like, it's like just the beams or whatever, the supports. So I'm not going to go all the way up with that today since I'm almost done for the day. What I can do is in this initial one, I'm going to try to so it's not perfectly square actually, which is something I probably should have measured out ahead of time, but I think it's probably good enough. So what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna it's supposed to be like an actual circle, so stuck. All right, let's get a little better. And I think I want to try to do, again, just to add like more texture, I want to do the full block for the next parts, and I think I'm actually not going to make it go in anymore. I'm just going to, and then I'm going to cut the window out of it. So the window is going to be interesting because, like, I don't know. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then it's 10 across, 10 wide. Okay. Okay, so like that, I guess in theory is like it's a circular center, but I just cannot do circular. But then it like, it has like things going out like that. See, I can't like do it because of the square center, so that's not it. I guess I could like, I don't know. This is where it's going to be kind of difficult. I almost want to use the tinted glass because it looks so dark in the picture that I'm looking at. But that doesn't really look like glass, so yeah, no, that's... So we'll have to replace it with regular glass. And I guess I could play around with the glass a bit more. I just don't like, I don't like what I'm doing here. Oh, all that awful sound. I mean, I know I'm definitely gonna make it a... I'm definitely gonna keep the center. I just don't know what I should do with the rest. The other option is to like... is to actually use different colored glass blocks and then have it be all one big thing so that I can kind of like texture the glass a little bit. But see, I feel like it needs to be like farther, but that's not really gonna work out. I guess that's close enough. I don't like using that phrase for Minecraft because like it should be better than close enough. That looks sketchy. So I'm gonna have to work on that and play around with it because that I don't really like how that came out. But you know, we're getting there. I think I may just end up like something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I will have to mess around with it a bit. But I think that's going to be it for me for the day because I've been streaming for like almost 4 hours. And I'm feeling very tired and a little bit hungry. So thank you guys, those of you who've been watching me. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I will see you all later. It does look odd, I know. It's a little weird looking. It's probably because I have, like, there's an even number in the center. If it was odd, that would be better. Oh, you know what I'll probably end up doing? I'll probably, actually, I can do this quickly before I get off. Since it's odd, maybe I'll just double up on like that. Oh, wait, no, I did that wrong. I could always just like do it like that. that still looks really bizarre, but you know, we'll have to see. But anyway, I will see you all another time.